And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together.
Welcome back, family. Today, we're taking a look at more stories of divorced women who are struggling with the consequences of their choices and discovering a difficult reality. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. What may have seemed like a better opportunity at first often turns out to be far different than expected. Let's dive into these stories and see what happened when expectations collided with reality.
What's the one thing you wish everyone around you knew about getting divorced?
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire to have them as a friend again.
Here we go again. Another story of a modern woman making a life-changing decision in the heat of the moment. She chose to end her marriage without fully considering what might happen afterward. Chances are, she convinced herself it was the right move after listening to online influencers and self-proclaimed divorce experts praising separation as the path to happiness. The reality is that many people don't go online looking for the truth. They go looking for validation. They search for voices that support a decision they've already made in their minds. Deep down, they often know something doesn't feel right, but they want reassurance anyway. Take a look at this.
Is there anyone out there in TikTok land that can tell me what you're supposed to do with your life when you've been in a relationship for 20 plus years with the same person? You have children, you have, built a life together, and then all of a sudden that life is no longer. What are you supposed to do with your life? Like, I work, I'm a registered nurse, I have a career, I guess. I have hobbies, I have, a house. I have all the things that I guess you need to live the life, but I don't know how. I don't, do you date other people? Do you sort of, I just don't know. I want to focus on myself. I want to be happy. I want to heal from this whole process that I've been in. But I also want to live life. I also want to have fun. I don't want it to be all about being miserable and feeling sad and just going through the motions of life because my relationship, my marriage broke down. I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to move on, and I want to just find joy in life again.
I know many of you probably reacted the second you heard that familiar line. I just want to be happy. Believe me, I've heard it countless times. It's the same script repeated again and again. The focus becomes entirely centered on personal fulfillment without a clear understanding of what happiness actually looks like. Everything revolves around what they want in the moment. Then, when reality starts to unfold and the ex-husband moves on with his life, they're left completely surprised by the outcome.
My husband fell in love with my best friend. Now ex-husband, ex-best friend, but they fell in love. It's now been 4 years, and I wanted to share a very important lesson that I learned. The people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life. Nothing will stop them from simply being in your life. If it's so easy for someone to leave, then they were never truly meant to be with you long term anyways. Also, I see people begging people to stay in their life. You really want someone in your life that you have to beg for? No, thank you. And if you're really fighting for someone to stay, don't you value and respect yourself enough to just let them go? I know that divorce is really hard, and I know that sitting in the loneliness is really hard, but it's way better than begging and pleading for someone to see your worth and your value. You are worth so much more than that, and I hope you see that. So from one heartbreak to another, I see you and I love you.
What always stands out is how hard some women try to appear unaffected. They act as though they're completely fine, unbothered, confident, and living their best life. But when their former husbands move forward, the jealousy, frustration, and resentment often become impossible to hide. You can see the disappointment beneath the surface no matter how much they try to mask it. And if you need more proof that things aren't going as well as they're claiming, I spent some time looking through her content. In one of her recent videos, she openly admits just how unhappy her life has become.
So there are some crucial things that people don't talk about after you go through a divorce. The fact that the quietness and the emptiness in your home when you don't have your spouse or your children is deafening. You have to really get comfortable with being alone, and it's very uncomfortable. You quickly realize that you are now the center stage of all conversation in your friend group because you're now living this wild and fun life because you're no longer attached to anybody. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my time crying and eating pizza and drinking wine in the bathtub. Being single is glamorized in today's society, and people are saying, yes, good for being single, and you should really, really just enjoy it. It's so freeing. When really you lost your purpose because you've been supporting this person for X amount of years and supporting their aspirations and their goals and their dreams and their desires, and you lost yourself along the way. So now it's beautiful. You get to find yourself, but it's hard to sit in that and be like, oh, who the f am I? So maybe be a little bit more gentle on the single people in your life.
Many of the so-called strong, independent, and endlessly happy single women you see online tell a very different story behind the scenes. Away from the cameras and social media posts, many are struggling with loneliness, sadness, frustration, and regret. Yet they continue promoting the same lifestyle to others. It's almost as if they want more people to join them in their situation because, as the saying goes, misery loves company. What's unfortunate is how many young women continue to believe these messages without seeing the full picture. Before we wrap up, I have a bonus clip that highlights what can happen when policies and incentives encourage the breakdown of marriages.
I do divorces for people that, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. That's incredible. Do you know what he had to do to get that? And what she had to, I'll that guy for $200 million. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's incredible.
Gentlemen, as long as these family laws remain in place, protecting yourself should always be a priority. In my view, many of these laws create incentives that make walking away from a marriage financially attractive for some people. For many men, entering a marriage can feel like handing over a powerful tool that could eventually be used against them. Whether you agree or disagree, it's important to understand the risks and make informed decisions about your future. Before I go, I want to thank everyone who stayed with me until the end of the video. I do have one small request. More than 90% of the people watching aren't subscribed to the channel. If you found value in today's content, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, dropping a comment, and sharing the video with others. Your support helps this content reach more people and keeps the channel growing. That's all for today's video. Until next time, take care. Peace.